And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. And they give this time to the tailback.
When you try to put a grade on him, you saw the flashes while he was in school, but you didn't see the full production. You didn't see the finished product. He's a little bit raw, but you can see why people liked him. Those types of runs make you think there's plenty more there, and we'll see if that continues for him.
2 Patriots there to bring him down. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. And they'll run it here. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll cut it to the right sideline. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. So a big-time scamper there to cap a touchdown on the opening drive.
Sets a tone, establishes not what you call a dominance, but a really good feeling for the team that just scored. I've got
yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They run with a 5th-round man, Paul Perkins. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
But when it comes to the running game, the New England Patriots, they're one of the few teams in the NFL that I don't think care much about balancing things out.
Last year, to your point, 5th in passing yardage, number 30 in the run game.
What they want to do each and every week is make a game plan based on their opponent, not so much their own personnel, and they try to attack that way.
Yeah, they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Brandon, there's no doubt the defense has to be excited after stacking up back-to-back running plays. But I still remember my old coaches saying, after you've had some success, you better be careful. They might have an answer for you. So make sure you watch your keys, play your techniques, and don't get overconfident.
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Now a handoff here to his running back. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And this This is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Lions defense marching back onto the field now. They were able to force the 3-and-out last time, led to the punt, and then led to a touchdown for their crew. So they'll be looking for a little bit more of that, Charles.
Well, I think that they created the spark with the 3-and-out. Gave a little momentum to their offense and said, all right, appreciate it, guys. And they took the ball downfield and stuck it in the end zone.
And the defense wasn't out there long. They'll be trying to keep it short here. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And taken right on the 30. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And that will come the offense as they take over. And making their way back out there now, the Patriots defense. And a touchdown given up the last time they were out there, so maybe need to refocus a little bit.
And make sure that they don't start finger pointing with each other, because oftentimes when a touchdown's given up, you say, okay, where did that happen? Who broke down? Who gave it up? Instead, just go back out there, be a unit again, and try and play a little bit better.
Yeah, see if they can play a little bit better on this drive.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
A very solid gain of 27.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
Here we go. On the ball, on the ball.
Now they try the right side here. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 Patriots there to bring him down. 5 yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8 and it moves the chains.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
They come out here in the eye. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now a handoff as they run left side. And a cut to the sideline. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
4 down. Check. Hurry up, here we go.
The drive starts with a run by Perkins. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. Perkins again. And some room to roam now. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first. And actually, Larry, hold that thought. We're right back to the action. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. It's a gain of 5, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I think what we're seeing today, partner, is what happens when you have a really good game the previous week. You get a lot more attention from the defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
It looks to me like they spent a lot of time figuring out tendencies, how they get him the football, and adjusting accordingly.
Well, they've adjusted, and the numbers certainly show that.
False start, offense.
And they'll be in search of 11 yards here on third down.
Let's go,
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And Gronkowski's got it, complete over the middle. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had to read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain. Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5. So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third.
Let's go.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And they'll play keep away from the returner, as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut him down.
There he goes, right side. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. Well, they know they've got a good starter. Now the guy coming in to spell him shows he can run it pretty good as well.
And I think he appreciates the starter, wearing people down, tiring them out a little bit. He took full advantage, didn't he? Came in with fresh legs and carried the ball.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Lions have got it on cruise control. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll let Perkins carry to start the drive. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And here comes the Lions defensive unit. They trot back out onto the field. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
That next teammate used to tell right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And an alley to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Here's Perkins on first down. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up a third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Hurry up, here we go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up fourth. Here's Colton Schmidt now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
Yeah, you love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a handoff looking right. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he comes back with one complete. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They were looking to find space there for Paul Perkins, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Colton Schmidt now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right? And sometimes you don't win all of them.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Give him 9 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And 4th down coming up. There's Colton Schmidt now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And possession will change here with very little time remaining in this contest. And Detroit getting set to go now. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Let's go. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
From deep in their own territory, they looked at... And a quick throw here, that's complete. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game.